for Disease Control says every day an average of 130 Americans die every day from an opioid overdose. Talk to anyone and chances are their life has been impacted in some way by this crisis. President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump are in Atlanta today for a summit on the opioid crisis. The Fox Medical team's Beth Galvin is live in downtown Atlanta. Beth, these numbers are just staggering to hear. 130 people, and there's complete agreement that something has to be done to stop it.
Absolutely, Portia, and there's really no easy answers here, as this has been a public health crisis that has been 20 years in the making, and it's being called really the big public health challenge of our time. There's a crowd of about 3,000 people here. Many of them are addiction experts, also law enforcement, policymakers who are here to listen to President Trump's update on what he and the Trump administration are trying to do to curb the tide of deaths. You know, you mentioned 130 people a day dying. In 2017 alone, 70,000 Americans died from a drug overdose. 2/3 of those overdoses involved an opioid like fentanyl or heroin or prescription drugs. So the president is trying to curb the those death numbers by, he says it's really a top priority right now. He's working to cut the number of prescriptions for drugs, for opioids written in this country by 1/3 over the next 3 years. He's trying to stop drugs from coming illegally across the border, trying to improve access to treatment and drugs to treat addiction. So we're going to be here live at the Hyatt Regency to give you the latest on what he says about his plan going forward. Portia?
All right, thank you. Stay with Fox 5 News throughout the afternoon for team coverage of the president's visit. We'll go live to Hartsfield Jackson as soon as the president and First Lady arrive. And of course, you can watch his speech live on fox5atlanta.com and on our Fox 5 Atlanta Facebook page.